My name is Rick. I always thought if my marriage ever ended, it would be something gradual, drifting apart over time, life pulling us in different directions. I never imagined it would collapse in a single night. It started with an argument. Not our first, not even our worst, but there was a different kind of venom in it. Kelly and I had been off for a while. Strained conversations, tension we couldn't seem to ease. That night, it all boiled over. Something trivial set it off. I don't even remember what. But before I knew it, voices were raised, accusations were hurled, old wounds ripped open. "I need space," she said finally, snatching her purse. "Kelly, wait, just stop. Rick, I need to clear my head." The door slammed, leaving me alone in the suffocating silence. I sat there, staring at the empty space where she had been, wondering when we had become people who needed space. Hours passed. I texted her, no response. I called, straight to voicemail. Midnight crept in, and I couldn't decide if I was worried or furious. I settled on both. Then at 3:14 a.m., the front door crashed open. I turned just in time to see Kelly stumble inside. Her hair tangled, makeup smeared, her shirt slipping off one shoulder. She reeked of alcohol, smoke, and something else I didn't want to name. She tripped over her own feet, giggling, before locking eyes with me. "Hey," she slurred, "you're still up." My stomach twisted at what this likely meant. "Where the hell have you been?" She waved a dismissive hand. "Out. Out where?" She rolled her eyes, staggering toward the couch. "Why do you care?" I stood there, staring at my wife, the woman I had built a life with, barely able to stand, her pupils blown, her clothes disheveled. And deep in my gut, I already knew the answer to the question I didn't want to ask. "Did you sleep with someone?" She blinked slowly, as if the words took too long to register. Then she scoffed. "You always think the worst of me. Just answer the question. Did you?" I demanded, my voice sharp. She didn't answer, didn't even try to deny it. She just sank onto the couch, muttering something about needing sleep. I walked away before I did something I'd regret. Lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, I couldn't shake the gnawing feeling in my gut, an instinct clawing at me. I got up, walked to where she had dropped her purse, grabbed her phone. She never set a passcode, probably never thought she needed to. The messages hit me like a body blow. She had been with some guy. Everett, had a great time tonight. You're incredible. Hope to see you again. Kelly, needed that so bad. You were great. So great. Relieved so much stress. Best decision I've made in a long time. Everett, you should have stayed, but I hope you made it home okay. Would love to do it again, winking face. Then the pictures. Selfies. A few of them, her, smiling drunkenly, pressed up against a man I had never seen before. His hand on her thigh, her lips against his neck. My hands shook. I sent everything to my phone, then printed the evidence for good measure. Sitting in the dark, I stared at the undeniable proof of my wife's betrayal, waiting for morning to come. When she finally woke up, groggy and hungover, she groaned, rubbing her temples. "God, my head is killing me." I tossed her phone onto the couch beside her and scattered the printed photos on the floor at her feet. "You should be more worried about your marriage," I said flatly. She blinked at the pictures, confusion twisting into horror. "Rick," it was. I folded my arms. "Go ahead. Explain." She scrambled upright, pushing her hair out of her face. "It was a mistake." I let out a cold laugh. "No. Forgetting to turn off the stove is a mistake. This was a choice." I pointed at her phone. "And in your text to Everett, you called it the best decision you ever made. That means it wasn't some accident, Kelly. It was deliberate. Try again." Tears welled in her eyes. "I was drunk. I wasn't thinking." "You were thinking enough to text him, to take pictures, to sneak back home late at night, hoping I'd be asleep. I didn't mean..." I cut her off. You didn't mean to get caught. Her lip trembled. It didn't mean anything. I exhaled sharply, shaking my head. It meant everything to me. Tears slipped down her cheeks. Rick, please. We can fix this. Don't throw us away. I stared at her. This woman I once trusted with my whole heart, and felt nothing but a cold emptiness. You threw us away, I said quietly, the second you decided to act like a single woman. Well, now you'll be one. She reached for me, but I stepped back. Honey, please, she begged. I'll do anything. Just give me another chance. I held her gaze for a long moment before shaking my head. No. I grabbed the divorce papers I had printed that morning and placed them on the couch beside her. We're done. Her sobs followed me as I walked out the door. But I didn't look back, because when someone shows you they truly are, believe them and keep moving. She had spat on our vows once out of anger. She'd do it again. I handed my lawyer the evidence immediately. The divorce proceedings dragged on, and at first, Kelly tried to fight, not out of love, but out of denial. She and her lawyer even asked the judge for couples therapy. The judge, however, took one look at the evidence of her infidelity and turned to me. Are you interested in reconciliation? I didn't hesitate. No, the divorce was finalized, and I moved on with my life. Kelly's POV. Months have passed since that night, and the regret weighs on me heavier than any hangover ever did. I thought I could move on, that the world was full of possibilities. But the truth is, no one is interested in anything real with me. Every date, every conversation, it all ends the same way. Casual, surface level, fleeting. I replay that night over and over in my head, wishing I could take it all back. The pointless arguments, the anger that burned too hot, the reckless decisions. I ruined the best thing I ever had over one night of selfish indulgence. Rick was right. It wasn't a mistake. It was a choice. And now I have to live with it. The worst part, I can't even blame him for walking away. I scroll through my phone, staring at old photos of us, laughing, happy in love, a love I destroyed. Now, I sit across from strangers at dinner tables, knowing none of them will ever look at me the way Rick did. They want fun, something easy, nothing serious. And deep down, I know I don't deserve anything more, because when I had something real, I let my anger win, and I lost everything. Outro, hi again. Thanks for watching another episode of Life and Relationships Unraveled. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you did, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Every bit of support helps the channel grow. Thanks again for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day.